Yes lads, welcome back to another video, and in today's video what we're going to be doing is creating a little game countdown timer for your game or project in Unreal Engine. I'm going to show you basically the simplest way you can do it, because that's the only way I know how, to be honest with you, and it's going to be implemented into my Squid Game tutorial series, which is going to be absolutely sick. That'll be later this week, but with that said, let's get started. Okay, so I've just started a new project and I'm in the third person template, but you can do this to any map or any project you want. It'll work exactly the same, so let's get into it. And the first thing we need to do is actually create a new blueprint class by clicking here, right click, blueprint class here, and actor. And we're going to rename this BP underscore timer or countdown timer or whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. And then we're just going to make sure it's docked here, like this. And as a little tip, you can do 3 dots, save and compile, always. So when you compile, it always saves for you, okay? Now, as you can see, if we just drag this into the map, it's just nothing. And when we play, like, it's nothing, alright? So what we need to do is actually add some text into here. So if we just click that little plus arrow here where it says add, and type in text like this, text render, like that. And we're going to rename this to timer text or like countdown text, something like that. Right now, as you can see, we actually have our text in the map and we actually had a new component which we can use later. Right, so now if I have a look inside the map, we actually have our text inside the map like that. Okay, sweet. So what we're going to do, we're going to change this and make it so that we start with a number and we're just going to like count down. So, in fact, actually, let me just rotate this by 90 degrees. 180, sorry. Like that. And we're going to chuck that over there, just so it's like against the wall. Like that. Make it a little bit bigger. So now when we play, we can actually see our like countdown. Right? Sweet. So, we need to go into the event graph, because we can't really do anything from here. And we're going to save the event tick. And we're going to delete the other two, because we're going to be using the event tick later. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is create a custom event like that. I'm going to rename this countdown timer. Wait, do I do event? Countdown timer event. Like that. 1 second. EVENT. Like sweet. I can spell today. Jeez. Right. Okay. Right. So now what we need is we need to create a new variable. It's going to be countdown, like that. I'll just do click this little plus here on variables, countdown, and then we're going to change this to a float like that. And that is because if we have a look here and we change this to 60, for example, for like 60 seconds, we're actually going to be dropping second by second. So we want it like this, okay? So I'm just going to change that back to 0 for now. Right. Now, as you see, the text just says text, right? So I actually do want to change that as well. So in here, we can just rename this, and I like to just do that. I just like to do like a load of dashes. So when we begin, it starts with a load of dashes, and then it goes like 60, 59, 58, 57, like etc. Like that, okay. Now, in here in the event graph, what we're going to do now is we are going to get this countdown, and if we hold Alt on our keyboard and do this, just position it right there, it'll set it, okay? And we need something to go into this, right? So we're going to get our countdown, and we're going to subtract our countdown like this. And then what we're going to be subtracting it by is the world delta seconds. So we're going to get world delta seconds like this, okay? And then we need to clamp it, so we can't go below 0 because we don't want it in negatives. So we're going to clamp like this, and it is a float, so we're going to clamp it float like that. Wait, now if we just move this here, the max value is going to be whatever the countdown is, right? And then out of the return value, we're going to get a time seconds to string, and then we're going to change the string into text. So to text like this, and it's going to be string as well. All right. it should look like this. Okay. Now we need to get our timer text because we're not actually changing the text at any point, and we currently it just has like a load of dashes, as we can see here. So what we're going to do here is going to set this text now. So set text like that, and then this is going to go into here like that. What are we missing? Oh, apologies, I've actually messed something up. I've just realised this needs to go into here, and this needs to go into here. Right, so what we're doing is when we call this, we're going to set this countdown by doing these calculations here, and then the output of this, we're going to change it into a string or text, and then that's going to go into the value of here, and then set this here. So we're changing that dashes, like all the dashes, into an actual number that's counting down, and every frame we're going to be calling this, and that's what the event tick does. So we're actually just going to, out of here, count down timer event, the one we created. So this is this, and every single frame on the event tick when we play, it's going to call this, right? So now if we go here and click play, as you can see, it went from all the dashes into 0, 0, 0, 0, but we never changed our countdown. So if we change this to, let me just show you, if we go 60, it'll go 60, 59, 58, 57, like this, and click play. And now we have a little countdown timer. Yeah, so basically this is the exact method I use for the Squid Game tutorial series, which will be coming out later this week. I just need to edit it, okay, and it's long, trust me. Right, but yeah, this is the exact code I use for this little countdown timer, which I later implemented into the screen in front of me below the doll. And a big part of Unreal is just learning all these little mini tutorials and put it together as a big collection of blueprints. So yeah, that's basically it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned later this week for the Squid Game tutorial series. It's gonna be sick. I'll catch you later.